Hello, Star Wars Galaxy Hero fans and YouTube. This is HK858, and I'm going to talk to you today about a what-if scenario if they ever do it, or if and whenever they do a bounty hunter faction pass. I'm going to kind of do these videos based on certain factions that do need reworked, as well as some characters added in. But for the most part, yeah, these are some of the characters I thought of, and some of my thoughts. So I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of some of my predictions, some of my thoughts, and some of my suggestions of bounty hunters to add in whenever they do a faction pass for bounty hunters. So first off, just in characters general, we have 6 great bounty hunter characters. Well, maybe not Greedo, because I don't know. Depending on who you believe, Han shot first or Greedo shot first. I never really liked the guy, but yeah, nonetheless, these are the only 6 bounty hunters we have in the game right now, currently. It was cool that they eventually did have a bounty hunter pass, but there's only one bounty hunter leader so far to date, and that is the man, the best of the best, which does become Mandalore, well, at least in Legends. We don't know what will happen in canon. I hope they kind of do the same thing, but it's Boba Fett. Boba Fett has the only leader ability that works with bounty hunters that I've noticed. Let me double check that. You're just scoundrels. Oh, just all allies, never mind. You're just scoundrels. You're not even a leader. You're just scoundrels, and you're not a leader. Okay, yeah, so it's Boba Fett. That's what I was thinking. For some reason, I thought either Cad Bane or Greedo was. IG-88's everyone, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, so I'm going to quickly talk about some of my suggestions on a couple of bounty hunters. If they can at least add 3 to 5 characters into the game, bounty hunter wise, as well as do a rework on 5 of them. Even though personally I would say 6 of them. The reason why is, even though yes, I get the point of no disintegrations, because Boba Fett likes disintegrating stuff, but the 15% turn meter gain, I personally would see the thermal detonator part of it on a character that would actually work more with thermal detonators, because Boba Fett does not. He has no way of triggering detonators or throwing detonators, so I could even easily see like Greedo taking that leader effect whenever grenade, because he already has a grenade thing, and maybe Boba Fett could have a critical hit, a turn meter gain similar to HK but you know, with critical hits. So, but outside of that change on Boba Fett, I really think he's set the way he is. He's got the best rework since he's been in the game, and you know, I will admit it was kind of weird, you know, using a rocket launcher missile or wrist rocket for his basic, and he had death from above on the old one, and then he had his unique and all that. But now it's changed. Well, he had a leader and a unique, and then it's changed, and oh boy, it's been amazing. But now, so like I said, I'm going to go talk about some bounty hunters. So here's some bounty hunters in the game, or in the shows. So let's see. So in this shot, we got everyone except, well, there's someone missing. Let me back out of that one. There we go. Haha. So everyone in this shot minus 3. Well, half of the bounty hunters in this shot. Well, technically, if you think about it, everyone in this shot, minus the guys in the background, the little head in the little hole, and Bosk, Zuckuss, and Forloom are not in the game. Everyone else is. So Vader, Dengar, 88, and Fett. But so far, right there's 3 characters that could be added in. It would also, adding in, I think it's Forloom, the droid, would add another dark side droid into the game. But most likely for Zuckuss and Forloom would actually work together. By the way, kudos to this game. This is a fun game. I suggest playing it. Talking about bounty hunters. Back to the list. There's some other random ragtag bounty hunters. None of them are really famous. I guess it's not rendering right now. Let me turn this off. I'm picking up someone's close Wi-Fi. Yes, I'm kind of recording in the car, so come on. I guess I'll have to find another picture. Okay, there we go. No, I'm not. There we go. So only 2 I would say stand out in this picture, because we already have Cad Bane, would be Embo and Racco Hardin. Racco Hardin, and they could do it as a old Ben, or like not old Ben, but a Racco Hardin parentheses Ben, and then a Racco Hardin, or they just do Racco Hardin. There you go. Embo, definitely, he's already in the game as background data, but I'm assuming whenever they do the faction pass, he's probably one of the most popular ones that came from Clone Wars. I can easily see him added in. Same with Bosk. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll through, see if there's any other bounty. Oh, Bush. The one that Princess Leia, it's Leia Organa decides to disguise in Return of the Jedi. They could add her in. She could be, and technically, actually, now that I think about it, instead of Greedo adding Bosch, however you say her name, or its name, whatever, could be the technical bounty hunter that actually is a leader for thermal detonator effects. Also, I hope that they actually fix the thermal detonators to make them more viable, because they get cleansed easily. Maybe after one turn, then they can be cleansed, but they can't be cleansed as soon as they're added in. I don't know, something. So, if developers have actually watched this, there's some ideas. But yeah, for the most part, yes, those are the bounty hunters I would say it'd be great to add in. I think Racco Hardin would be kind of cool because he has like a Mandalorian feel, even though he's not a Mandalorian. Let's see, where was the... Okay, so one other one. Wait. Let's see if I could do it. Come on. No, go forward. Sorry about that. Let's see if it's in here. Oh, yeah, it goes like super far. Nope, okay. Since they've added Knights of the Old Republic characters, they could technically add a Calo Nord bounty hunter into the game, and he could be a leader for certain, do some unique leader bounty hunter effect. But yeah, he's definitely one that could definitely be added into the game. So, with that being said, let's go back over to the actual game itself. The first one I'm going to kind of go in reverse, kind of. Well, I'm going to go Zamwazel, then I'm going to go back. But if they ever add in Jango... Oh, that's another character I forgot to mention. Duh. Gee, I don't know why I forgot that one. Jango Fett. Jango Fett. Why is he not in this game? I understand developers have, done their little plan, whatever they had to do, but even then, still, Jango Fett's not in this game. Wow. And I could see Jango Fett having some support with Zamwazel. The video game I just showed you for the PS2, it's also for GameCube, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Zamwazel did work with Jango Fett. Spoilers. It was probably like 12 missions in. I don't remember what mission it was. It was around the time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. It was like 8 or 9th mission that she joins up with you. That's when the Jango Fett got to Slave 1 on Uvu 4. But yeah, she worked with Jango Fett. So easily she can have an effect where she gets Jango Fett to assist, and Jango Fett gets hers to assist. That's something that can be done. I heard that she's fine, other than she is pretty squishy. But then again, that is the lack of if they do a bounty hunter team, there's a lack of a tank. There's a lack of a good tank. Boss could come in, be the tank. Embo could come in and be a tank. You got those few options there. And it's like, get some good tanks that taunt, you'll be set. And you could probably have a regular bounty hunter team where they don't do work with thermal detonators. And then you could have a bounty hunter team that does work with thermal detonators. And so you'd have two different bounty hunter teams going crazy in the meta, or in the arena. So, it's something to think about. And a cleanser and a healer of some sort would be great. I don't know how you would do that. But yeah, so that's Zamwazel. I don't really have much to talk about on her on rework thoughts. Other than obviously with her as well as everyone else that works with thermal detonators in the game in general, I can easily see thermal detonators being reworked as to where they have like a more 90% chance of sticking, 95% chance of sticking. They can't get cleansed, or they can't get cleansed the first turn. And so it's kind of locked for one turn and then it unlocks. So if it's one of these, let's go back to, we'll see what it sticks. This one explodes after 2 turns. After that first turn, they could be cleansed. But then there are some thermal detonators that go on and can get cleansed after, or explode after 1 turn. Then those ones would be just unique to those characters, like Jawa Engineer. So yeah, that one's definitely a character to rework with that. Like I said, this one could definitely use a Zeta. I wouldn't doubt that she would do Zeta. Like Electro Goggles, I could even see, Jango Fett supporting in on this ability, or see what sticks. Maybe more Electro Goggles, like she's scoping out for Jango Fett, kind of a thing. Phase you down on all enemies for 4 turns and expose primary target for 2 turns, which would allow Jango Fett to target the target. I know, but it would still at least expose. And they could actually, after Jango Fett, if Jango Fett's assists, reapply the expose. That would be kind of interesting. And I will do another video on some of my thoughts on a couple of the bounty hunters I suggest, adding in, having a little different, unique abilities and whatnot. Because I did do a forum post. Like I said, Shapeshifter has a way interesting effect of a Zeta. Like, technically, she could be the only bounty hunter, the only character in the game to copy another character, an enemy character. And she would gain all their stats and stuff like that. How cool would that be? Like, have an ability where instead of you doing her normal attacks and all, you instantly change into a target. Of course, if the target is taunting, she turns into that target. However, I don't think it would be a problem if you turn your Zam Wazell into a Baze Malbus or General Kenobi. But, especially if you already had a General Kenobi. Unless they changed that. I don't know if they would do that, but I really think it'd be kind of cool. I think that would be a great Zeta, is to have Zam Wazell, because she's a changeling. So why not change into an enemy? Be like a Ditto of Pokemon, where you can change into the opposing enemy character. But yeah, that's Zam Wazell on that part. So IG-88. IG-88, I personally think he's set the way he is. He doesn't really need a rework. Maybe his leader. His leader could use a rework, and he does have a adaptive algorithm. He could use that could be reworked a bit. However, I can also see with his adaptive algorithm, the Zeta could be like, bounty hunter and droids gain half these stats or something like that. I don't know, so something of that nature. Outside of this, he doesn't really need a lot of rework. Maybe some percent increase, like 60%. And I did talk about IG-88 in a what if scenario for the droid rework, droid faction pass. Rapid fire, like I said, percentage. So he doesn't really need to be talked about. Cad Bane, maybe a little more damage, maybe some more percent gains. Change the percentages. Stun gloves are great. See, I think one of these abilities is a 7. Yep, 7 right here. This one can definitely, because he does, like, in the Clone Wars series, he's led a few missions as a leader. So easily he could be another competitive leader to bounty hunters, similar to how Boba Fett is. So easily, that can be Zeta'd. Now, what they would do with it, it would have to be something unique. Something really unique. And maybe his ability could also counter Zam Wazell's ability. Something to think about. Dengar, for the most part, I think he's fine. Yeah, Zeta him. Well, the rest of this video, I'm not going to talk too much on what I would suggest 100% on reworks, because I never really, looked at bounty hunters as much. Other than I did look at IG-88. and just gave some suggestions for the Zetas, but this Zeta is, they can find something for the Zeta. I'm sure they'll do something great. Like, and then this leader ability, the thing is, I don't see Greedo a leader. I see more Cad Bane a leader, and I see more, one of the other characters they add in being a leader for bounty hunters instead of Greedo. That's just the way I see it. Now, a scoundrel leader, yeah, he's more scoundrel leaderish. Like, yes, I could see that. And maybe he has led something in Legends. I'm not sure. I don't know Greedo's history much, I will admit. But if someone in the comments below say, hey, yes, Greedo led this battle or led this team in Legends in this book or this comic or something, share it with me. I would like to know. I'm still expanding my knowledge. I know a lot of Star Wars, and I may know some more Star Wars than some of you. But then again, there's some of you out there that know way more than me. And you know what? I'm always open to expanding my knowledge. So yeah, let's go ahead and add some more. Let me know what you think. Was there any time where he was more of a leader? If not, I would change this to more of a support effect. And then, yeah, that's the last of them. So, let me know what you guys think on this video. What do you like about the ideas of what bounty hunters I suggested adding in? Did you like any of them? I assume some of you did with Django, Bosk, and Ambo. But, post the comments, what you like. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. This is HK58, and you have a wonderful evening.